Hi, I'm Chris Cooper. I'm the founder of Two Brain Business, the largest mentorship practice in the world. And today I'm going to tell you how to choose the best mentor because I am not the best mentor for everyone. Just as athletes respond better to different coaches, some entrepreneurs respond better to different mentors. This is because a mentor is more than a teacher. A mentor is a caring expert. A mentor is a guide. Sometimes we're a therapist. But most importantly, a mentor is somebody who's already done what you're currently trying to do. Now, I've had many mentors in my life. The first were informal, just friends who gave me advice. And I didn't really take their advice, even though it was good, because I didn't have any skin in the game. There was no risk for me, so I didn't get any results from their opinions. But my first formal mentor cost more than I could really afford at the time. But I did the work, and he told me things that I didn't want to hear. I couldn't afford really not to. My next mentor cost me $40,000 plus travel, and that was a huge leap for me. Again, I wasn't sure that I could afford it, but that was my only barrier, and I already knew that mentorship would eventually return more than I paid for it. That mentor was more inspirational. He gave me tools to use and helped me really narrow my focus every few months to stay on track. But when things got really tough, I needed a different mentor. And my third mentor cost me $1,000 per call. For a while, I was calling her every week with a specific problem to work through. Usually, these problems revolved around managing other people. She told me precisely what I needed to say and when. The conversations resulted in some painful staff changes, but those had to happen. I shed my skin, the business evolved, and I moved on. Now, my current mentor is more of a big picture guy. We talk about my vision, and then we work backward to break down the steps to get there. And because he's a great leader, he was an enormous help through 2020's COVID crisis. He taught me the CALM method of leadership, and he helped me deliver the things that helped other entrepreneurs most. Through the pandemic, I also got supplementary mentorship from experts in online coaching, storytelling, negotiation, racial integration, problem diagnosis, and crisis management. I spent over $230,000 on mentorship in 2020 alone. Now, my mission is to make 1 million entrepreneurs wealthy. Mentorship is the coaching that entrepreneurs need to create wealth. But I can't mentor 1 million entrepreneurs alone, nor would I want to. So the Two Brain team has 38 different mentors on it currently. They hail from points all over the world. Each has a different style. All of them have experience as successful entrepreneurs. All have access to our data, the Two Brain dashboard, and the roadmap. We all share the same tools, but each is a different craftsperson. So today I'm going to tell you how to identify the type of mentor you need right now, how to find that mentor, even if it's not one of us, and how much you should invest in mentorship each year. Then I'm going to tell you what to do if you can't figure out who your mentor should be, or if the best person really won't work with you, because that does happen. So who's the best mentor for you? Well, it depends, which is a classic mentor answer. Choosing the best mentor is tough. You need the right mix of empathy, like they've been there, and accountability to keep you moving forward as an entrepreneur. A mentor's first job is to diagnose your largest problem and then show you the best solution for you right now. But that's the easy part. We use tools like the Two Brain dashboard and the Two Brain roadmap to make the diagnosis and the prescription clear. The hard part is implementation. Now, our teachers have taught us that knowing the answer is the solution to any problem, but that's not true. Knowing that you should raise your rates won't make you profitable. You need to actually do it. Most people fail to take the hard steps and take the risk to change. Most of us are paralyzed by fear and myths like grandfather race and inertia, and we need somebody to break the big problems down into small steps and then stay with us while we execute one step at a time. You've seen the personality tests like Myers-Briggs and StrengthsFinder and Colby, I'm sure. But those are interesting. They don't give us specific answers. So I want to help you find the mentorship that you need right now. And there are 6 steps. You can start with a blank page, or you can download my template from the link below. If you're starting from a blank page, just draw 2 vertical lines to make 3 columns. At the top of the first column, write wins. At the top of the second column, write coach, and at the top of the third, write lever. So here's step 1. I want you to think back in time to a point in your life when you were proud of yourself. What was the thing that you had just accomplished that made you proud? Was it sports related? Did you win the big game? Did you strike out a key batter? Or was it something that you accomplished in school, like you finished a big project or you earned admission to college? Maybe you completed a piece of art. Was it fitness-based? Did you PR on something or did you win a competition? Did this thing that make you proud happen in the military, at home, at work? Did you achieve sobriety? Were you accepted into your church? List these things in the first column under wins. If you thought of more than one instance when you were proud of something that you accomplished, that's awesome. But if you could think of only one thing, that's pretty normal. Just write them all under the wins column. Step 2, still thinking about the accomplishment that made you proud. Who was your coach? Who is your model? Who are you trying to emulate? And who is the first person that you told about your victory? Who did you call up and say, guess what just happened? Who was the person you were trying to impress? Now, there could be more than one person in each win. That's fine. I know that in every instance, you had a coach, a teacher, a mentor, or a model to follow. So list their names under the second heading, coach. The third step is to take a look at the list of the names in your second column, the coach column. These are the people who have mentored or coached you to successful action in the past. Beside each name, write down the person's coaching or leadership style in the lever column. You don't have to be formal, just write down the first word that comes to mind. Was that person authoritarian? Were they more of a listener? Was he or she more Socratic, like they just asked you questions until you came to the answer yourself? Or were they more of a drill sergeant? Do this right now. Write down just one or two words beside each name in the lever column. Now, go down your list of names and levers and look for the commonalities. Which names and levers appear more than once? You've probably been guided by different types of people, and that's great. I sure hope that's true. But you might notice some commonalities between many of your best guides. So highlight those common levers. You can just circle them if you want. These are the attributes that you want in a mentor. These are the things that will make you take action. And you've proven it in the past. So your next task is to find an expert with those attributes. And that's step 5. So ask yourself, what exactly do I want to achieve next year? And then dig deeper. Interview yourself a little bit. Ask yourself why at least 3 times. For example, I want to grow to 300 gym members next year. Why? So that my gym makes more money. Why? So that I can make a greater income and I can work less. Why? Because my wife and kids deserve to live without a budget and see me more often. That is what you really want to achieve next year. So next, ask, who has already achieved that specific thing? You want to identify some people who have achieved your specific goal, not necessarily the people who have done it the way that you think it's supposed to be done. And this is a key point because in the fitness industry, we often chase after the tactical experts instead of the people who are actually successful at doing the thing that we want to do. We think 300 members is the way to make more money, so we pay the marketing expert to help us get 300 members instead of the mentor who will make us successful at our actual goal, living without a budget, seeing our wife and kids more. This results in people who aren't actually successful themselves making money and marketing themselves as experts. Here's a great example. Unsuccessful gym owners selling marketing secrets. Now, maybe they're good at marketing, but their gym still failed. So list 2 or 3 people in your industry who have achieved your real goal. Step 6 is call the expert. The only way to find out if the expert can get you results is to call them. Ask them how she or he would approach your specific problems right now. Ask your prospective mentor how they've personally overcome your specific challenges. And honestly, that's a deal breaker a lot of the time. Does this person possess the levers, right? The attributes that have gotten results for you in the past, or are they just selling like a tactic? Your best mentor might not be me. It might not even be one of the 38 professional mentors on the 2Brain team, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to book a call. It's free, and we might choose each other.